Oh, Skype, you so funny.
Oh, hello.
Wiggin, what's up, man? You ready to do this?
Yeah, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shifting Gears. I'm your host, Clutch. Today we are going to play Diablo 3 Beta Patch 10. I know the beta's been out for a while, but there have been some changes that I did talk about in the last week's episode, and I figured, hey, you know what? There was some rumors going around that this game is going to come out February 1st. Those got debunked. But let's have some fun on the final eve of January of 2012. And I'm going to be joined by my buddy Wiggin, who's going to be picking up any answers in chat. So we're going to have a live Q&A. If you have any questions whatsoever about this game, about classes, about spells, about potions, anything, we're going to figure them out tonight, hopefully by playing this game live. And we'll go ahead and get started.
All right. Are you doing a fresh new character, or?
I'm going to start off with the level 10 wizard that I have, just to show off some of the abilities that I've already unlocked.
All right. I'm excited to see this.
Yes, it'll be a good time. Now, unfortunately, I can't run the game in windowed mode, so if I have to Alt-Tab to type something in chat, it will pause the game for a sec. But the reason is the resource dedication right now in beta is a little if it's ran in windowed mode. So, as you can see, the game's trying to load all the abilities I have right now. But I have Disintegrate, one of my favorite moves, which annihilates everything in my path.
Is that what you're doing right there? The lines. Oh no, that okay.
That spectral blade is the one I have right on here. I'm gonna check something. I'm gonna leave this game in 10 seconds to see if I can change the difficulty here, so I can make it harder for myself. Maybe have some better drops, better loot.
Oh, I didn't. So it's not like a normal nightmare hell kind of iteration as far as difficulty. You can set your own difficulty as you go through.
I'm trying to figure that out here. Change quests, game privacy, invite only, options, gameplay. Yeah, I don't think I can change it.
Oh well.
Oh well. Let's start again.
Gotta get more people in there. That's how you get the special loot.
That's true. Man, my grades are gonna plummet when this game officially comes out, if I'm still in school. Which I should be for quarter one. So level 10 wizard. The cap is level 13, which is unfortunate, but this is a beta. But they do have an achievement system unlocked to where if you get all classes to level 13, you unlock an achievement, which is kind of cool.
Oh, is that gonna stay with release?
On the account, I'm not sure. But these zombies have no chance against that Disintegrate.
Do zombies ever stand a chance against lasers? I don't think so.
I don't think so. It's a good point.
So you have Disintegrate, you have the spectral blade that like slashes everything.
I do, and I also have Arcane Orb, which I will show off once I do this little quest that I need to talk to somebody and then blow some stuff up. And also highlight the other abilities I have unlocked for the wizard. She has quite a few that I can switch around here, and the difference they made. Talk to Leia real quick. Leia, la da 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 da. Yes, okay. Oh, people turn into zombies in the bar. And this guy's gonna say, "This is killing business." Oh, you just said it. That's how many times I've played through this. Leia's room, get a book.
It's not exactly much of a challenge for you.
No. Feel sorry for this town. Anything with the name Tristram in it just gets annihilated by demons.
I think anything you visit ever in the entire Diablo series just gets annihilated. And plus, come on, they named their inn the Slaughtered Calf.
They named it New Tristram?
No, they're not setting themselves up for success.
No, clearly not. Okay, so I'm going to show off Arcane Orb here. Just blow stuff up. I have to aim it.
I hate it when I have to aim things.
So let's show off a couple other skills the wizard has. All right, so this is what they've made a major change in the Diablo Beta 10 patch. Is in the previous patch, you'd have to go back to town and go to a shrine in order to change your skills. Now, I can change my skills on the fly. However, when I do change it, there is a cooldown. So it's not immediate. And I think the cooldown lasts 30 seconds. So now I have Magic Missile there, and on Disintegrate instead, let's have...
What are the options?
Frost Nova. Let's try Frost Nova.
Alright.
And instead of Arcane Orb, let's have Diamond Skin. Just to show off what it can do. Everything is on cooldown except Magic Missile. Oh, also, key thing here is that these signature moves now don't require any arcane power. Before they did, but now they don't. And so you'll have 4 after you hit level 13. And offensive and utility spells do... Wait a second. Did they change that as well? I guess utilities... Yeah, utility spells will cost arcane power or there'll be a cooldown. And Disintegrate, Wave of Force, and Arcane Orb all cost arcane power, which regenerates pretty quick. Okay, there's Diamond Armor. Ah, come on, game. Load. It's unfortunate in the beta that it has to load all the assets on the fly. It doesn't preload them. So when you cast your spells for the first time, it takes a sec to animate to load it. But that's okay. Worthy sacrifice to have.
Totally fine unless you're on hardcore mode, right?
Yep, and then you're screwed.
Then you just lose.
And then you try to cast everything right when you spawn, so I can load it all pretty quick. Crazy that the online qualifier for MLG starts Thursday.
It's true. Pretty excited for it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Been playing a lot of the Old Republic, but I'm starting to get back into the old StarCraft, especially with the GSL and stuff on.
Right on.
So
Right on.
I'm pretty excited to start watching a lot more StarCraft.
Okay, so just walking by the gold instead of having to click it individually is awesome. It's a nice little touch that feels less chore-like and more adventure-like in this game. Not having scrolls, but actually having this town portal on my UI, I don't mind that at all. And then in my inventory, I can automatically see what my stat changes will be with the different items that I have. Because guess what? The stat changes are right there, a button in your inventory. It's pretty sweet. And when I get back to town here in a little bit, I'll show off the blacksmith who made the fine-looking armor I have now. I got a cool theme going on. The armor does look pretty good, I have to say.
Now, would you say that the game is sort of undertuned to be really easy, like throughout the whole game, or does it actually get difficult at some point?
They made this difficult when you start at lower level compared to the previous patches, but right now it's super easy because I'm level 10, and I think all these beasts are starting at level 1. So
okay, so it's like you're starting from the beginning, but with your level 10.
yeah. So later on it'll be a little bit more challenging, but it does make a difference when people join the game, though. Definitely. I was playing with Kennegat after the patch 10 was released, and I noticed a considerable difference when he was on the server with the difficulty. It wasn't impossible, but it almost made you stay together.
It almost made you play.
Yeah, as a team. Oh, these pumpkins just look terrible. It's a terrible-looking scarecrow.
Are there any good-looking scarecrows?
Oh, if there is, they're not doing their job, right?
So I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like Wizard's point-and-click adventure right now.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. I'll show off a couple more abilities here. Then I'm going to switch to the Witch Doctor.
That's what I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Just frogs and some zombies.
That's one guy I haven't played too much of. But honestly, it really is just a gank fest right now, taking out all these guys. So I'm going to head to town, use my town portal. Real quick here. Let me take out this elite. In one hit. I don't have to use a town portal. I already made it to a waypoint. Go back to New Tristram. And show off my blacksmith. I've already upgraded him once. Before, to train him, you had to have these pages, and then these pages became a tome. And then when you combine all the pages into a tome, you would give it to him, and then it would upgrade what he could do or teach him different abilities. This, all you need is gold. And gold speaks volumes in this game because now, with gold being such a more valued commodity for upgrades, it's I think it's going to be a better system than random drops. So
now, would you be a little worried that when people get good at doing like magic find runs and things like that, which I guess they'll be kind of like gold runs in this, that people will sorry, somebody just sent me a message.
Okay.
Actually, the gold will be inflated to the point where it was kind of like in Diablo 2 and it was just meaningless?
Yeah, I'm not sure because I think that inflation and the whole economic structure is going to be varied on, do people value gold more or real money more on the auction house? If you can farm gold and purchase an item in 2 hours, or you can buy it for $15, what's more precious to you, that 2 hours or that $15? But I'm not sure. That's something that we're going to see in the evolution of the game. But they made... It seemed before this patch that there were so many items you had to collect, or so many materials that you had to make from... That's not disenchanting, but from crafting or reverse engineering, taking a line from Star Wars, of the item, and that's how you got better at crafting. Now, you can definitely do that, but there's less items that you can do that to. It's salvage, pardon me, the proper term is salvage. There's less items you can do that to. You can't salvage the white items anymore, and your gold is now used to train instead of just having repairs and buying potions. So it seems that at the beginning of the game there's more, there's less spread out items and things you need to do, and that makes the things that you do have more valuable because they can be used in more areas. Hopefully that makes sense. So the wizard, guys, this is what I'm going to play. This is my class. This is what I dominated in at BlizzCon 2 years in a row, killing Blizzard developers in this game with the wizard, so I love it. But you have Way of the Force, Spectral Blade, Shock Pulse. We already talked about Arcane Orb. Magic Weapon, which imbues your weapon. I didn't really like this one. Maybe if you had a really arcane power heavy ability with your runes, that your other attack you wanted it to be just your weapon with that magic imbue, I could see that as a possible strategy. But yeah, application. Go ahead.
Can you enchant other people's weapons with it?
Ooh, good question. I do not know. That's a good one to write down, my friend.
I remember in Diablo 2 at least, the fire enchant sorks were like super useful for that kind of thing.
Yeah. It just says your weapon increasing your weapon's effectiveness, so I'm not sure. Okay. One thing as well to add to the skill list is that with passive skills they have Temporal Flux, which is one you could choose between... Wow, geez, you're all the way up to level 30 with these passive abilities. But what this does is any arcane damage I use slows the demons, or whatever I'm killing, for 2 seconds by 30%. So it's a root automatically in all my arcane damage. Power Hungry, if you grab a health orb, you automatically get 30 arcane power, which seems kind of sparse or far between. But if you're in a serious fight down in a dungeon and you see one of those orbs and you need to continue doing DPS with, for example, Disintegrate, and you pick one of those up, your arcane globe, your arcane power limit is the sky's the limit, I guess, for it. I mean, it's going to increase. And that's one of the major issues you have as a wizard, is that thing burns down fast. So grabbing one of those health orbs with that passive skill on is not a bad strategy, but it seemed to make more sense for me to pick the other one. And now I guess it's on cooldown after I pick Power Hungry. Okay, so level 30, it seems that's when you get all of your skills and all of your slots. By that time, you'll have all your skills and all your slots unlocked for your abilities. But I tell you what, man, Meteor, if I could just get to level 27 and unlock that, that was one of the coolest things at BlizzCon 2 years ago. Dropping meteors on oh my gosh, man. Public disintegration in your face. Okay, so that's enough of the wizard. Let's go to the witch doctor. God, I get so excited. Words fail me sometimes, Wiggin. or I fail words. Either one. Yeah.
But Aaron W. Mule would like you to know that you are the man.
Thank you very much, Aaron. He's a guy I know from school. All right, so let's go with the witch doctor. Let's go with male, and we're gonna name him Umbuktu. Umbuktu? Nah, let's name him. Let's name him Rafiki.
Something slightly more PC.
RFIKKI. It's Lion King.
Rafiki's a pretty solid name.
Oh, he's a pretty solid guy. Rafiki's got a bear gut. Oh well. It's crunched over. That blow dart, look at him go. He's got that dagger. Doesn't care about zombies. I'll be honest. If I had to pick one guy to fight with me in a horde full of zombies, and I saw this guy in a line of people I could draft, I would not have him be my first pick. And I would regret it. Because he can do some truly amazing things in this game. I just gotta unlock him. Don't really have much yet. Find Leah. Talk to Leah. Leah, the key to this whole game. Leah, Leah, Leah. It's a lot of Leah at the beginning of the game. So, I hope the dialogue with her isn't cliche, like some Blizzard games have been.
Whoa, cliches in Blizzard games.
Yeah.
At least Blizzard often makes the cliche, though. It's a cliche because it's something Blizzard did.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more.
I mean, there's one right here. The guy says this is killing business, and I'm I'm killing zombies. Yeah. Oh, hey, guess what? I got Plague of Toads already, or I have zombie dogs.
Can you have both? Because they both sound fantastic.
Yes, I can. Give me 1 second to do that. Poison Dart. You became Plague of Toads.
You can make the zombie dogs explode, right? Like, maybe not right now, but at some point, it's like a thing you can do.
Yes, it is a thing you can do.
I'm playing a witch doctor.
When we were playing, it was JP, myself, and KC at MLG. We were playing, and KC and myself died in the arena, but JP was still alive and beat all three of the other guys just with exploding zombie dogs. So broken, perhaps, but it was quite a sight to see. That's when I knew that JP was a great video game player. Almost as good as you, Wiggin. Almost.
Oh, thank you.
Wiggin will sit down at a console or a PC game, and in 5 minutes he can just be the top of the server. It's crazy. Okay, I'm just launching frogs everywhere.
Sometimes you just got to throw some frogs at a problem, you know?
Yeah.
So what's for the people who haven't seen this yet, what's going on in the story here? Like what is your goal with what you're doing?
The small answer is a comet from the sky has crashed into this cathedral, and your character is trying to figure out what the F is going on. Could this be a sign of my culture's understanding of what the apocalypse is, or could I get some money out of this? The background of the different characters is pretty cool. I remember the most of the barbarians because their homeland got pretty much wrecked. And Mount Ararat is... Or Ariat? How do they pronounce it?
Ariat?
Ariat? Yeah. Is decimated when the World Stone is destroyed. So their land is pretty bleak.
To be fair, though, what isn't bleak in this universe?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I watched a interview with Chris Metzen, and he talked about how dark and bleak the first two universes for Diablo, or the universe of Diablo established in Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, and so maybe this one will add a little bit of hope somewhere that these things truly can be defeated, because... I mean, we're in Diablo 3. We've killed Diablo twice, and his brothers are dead. So we still got the two lesser evils to destroy. And I believe that's what Cain is telling everybody about, is that it's not over, guys. There's still two more lesser evils, and there's still this prophecy that they're going to destroy Sanctuary, or something's going to happen. So
there's probably some pandas out there somewhere you're going to have to fight
eventually.
There's
pandas that their homeland is... under siege by Dustin Hoffman. I don't know. We're going to find out. They haven't released a lot of stuff, but what they have released, especially in the 15-year anniversary video, is some amazing, amazing CGI. And I am so pumped to see more of Tyrael.
Yeah, Tyrael's one of those characters that, like, you first play Diablo, you see him, you're just like, that is actually just the most badass of badasses.
Yep.
Right there.
He has, what, 20 words of dialogue in the entire Diablo game universe, and he's one of the coolest and most iconic characters of all the video games. You don't
wings, man. Yeah,
you don't play him, you don't fight against him, he's just there to talk to you. And then you saw him with oh, here's zombie dogs for everybody. And now I have Grasp of the Dead.
The little zombie just goes flying away.
Yeah, the graphics in this game are great.
I'm gonna enjoy that physics engine, I think.
Oh,
Ragdoll zombies.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. Okay, so we saw the toads. Let's do Grasp of the Dead, and that's gonna be a 30-second cooldown. Is it 30 seconds or 30 seconds? Go into this dank cellar. Even the sound of that knife hitting those demons is awesome. Okay, so I got, ooh, dang, 6.3. I'll take that. Can I wear two of them? No, I can't, just one. Get some chest armor here. Not covering much, but it's going to give me some stats. Let's see what Grasp of the Dead looks like. That's cool.
I'm a little bit delayed. Oh yeah, that is really cool. I really like how they seem to have like incorporated a lot of the playstyle of the Necromancer with some minions and, you know, just the whole undead theme. Without making it annoying like the Necromancer. Like eventually if you were like a minion Necro or something like that, or a Bone Necro, like the game like played for you. You just got your fucking skeleton army up and just like walked into an area, you lagged, and then everything was dead.
Yeah.
But in this, you know, you're more active, you have different skills. Sure, you have minions and you have skills that will summon minions briefly that do different things and stuff like that. But it's much more active.
Oh, true that. For sure. And with the skill system in Diablo 2, you put the points in it, you got the ability, but that's it. And then later on, when they made the different abilities kind of synchronize with each other, to add on the damage to where, okay, if you dump a bunch of points in Fireball and then you want to do Meteor, then you're not going to use Fireball anymore, and so all those points are kind of wasted. So now with the different skill combinations that you can have, I mean, for example, okay, I can slow him down with the zombie hands, with Grasp the Dead, and then my zombie dogs just chew him apart. I can hang out. Don't got to do much. So maybe not the best combination for the best action, but when it gets really hairy in these dungeons, it's definitely going to make a difference what kind of skill combinations you have. And I believe they said they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 right now, and at first they had 7. And Jay Wilson says that when you had 7, you didn't feel like you had to really choose what kind of skills you wanted. You stay with that 7. When you have 6, you're like, oh, I could use this in this scenario, but I could switch it for this one in this scenario. And so it leaves a little bit more strategy to the game, which is a good thing. We don't want these games to be too easy. We really don't. And that's
that is a problem these days.
Yes, it is. That's a problem.
Do you think there's enough, I guess, character customization in this game to suit people's playstyles? Because that was a big thing about Diablo 2. Is there were optimal like skill trees you could use, but you had so many different options for like just to take a sorceress. Before they nerfed it, you had Flame Wall, you had Flame Walk, you had Meteor if you wanted to be ridiculous. You had Frozen Orb, you had Blizzard, you had static builds. Like there were so many different things you could do. Is that going to be the same in this game?
I think the builds is more going to be on the types of skills you choose to have in your repertoire for PvE. But yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people bring up regarding the customization of your characters, right? So, yeah. But I think, for example, you could still have a high dexterity barbarian to where he can dodge a lot because of the gear that you have. But I'm not sure, man. Well, I think that's going to come with the community and the release of the game of what kind of different configurations they can muster up. But yeah, it's definitely not the same system as Diablo 2. I think it's an improved system from levels 1 to 13 because that's what I've played. But we'll see what happens with the official release of the game. But it's a good point to bring up. I wish I had a more concrete answer for you, but this is as far as I've gotten in the game, and just having these unlocked spells feels awesome, feels sweet, feels really like you have control of where your character or what your character is determined on the spells that you have. But you can't really get into the customization of picking, okay, I want it to be more of a teleporting sorceress that jumps around like you could do in Diablo 2. So we'll see. I did just find this out, though, that the same blacksmith I had as a wizard that was a level 2 is the same blacksmith I have as a witch doctor. So it looks like I can level my artisans across all my characters. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. I'll just train them for 1,000 gold. Why not? That's pretty cool. Dig that. All right, so let's try to unlock a couple more abilities here with the Witch Doctor, because it's just so fun.
By the way, if anybody has questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I'll relay them to Clutch. Just let us know. If you want to see something, or any questions about the game, or want him to speak in a weird accent, I don't know, just let us know.
I can do accents.
All right, so what are you doing right now? Where are you going for? What is the goal?
Okay. The comment that came through the cathedral was the same cathedral that Leia and Deckard Cain were inside, and so we're going to go try to save them. And right now, Leia knows a little bit about her mom, Adria. Adria was the witch in Diablo 1. I sense her soul in search of answers. That chick. And so now she has found out, oh, there's a hidden cellar underneath my mom's old cottage. How this is going to help save Cain, I'm not sure, but it does.
So you just putting myself in your character's shoes here.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that there's this cellar, and then you're just like, hey.
Oh, we had to get a key. We had to get a key. That's right. We had to get a key. We had to get a key.
Like this, somehow, some way, this cellar is going to be useful to whatever my goal is here. I better go check that.
It was a key. Yep.
Okay.
But okay, so for those of you that want no spoilers whatsoever in what's happening in this game, mute what I'm going to say for the next minute. But this conversation she's having right now that she just had in that corner, that lore corner I call, where those characters have the voiceover dialogue, is she was trying to comfort Aiden. And if you don't know who Aiden was the older son of King Leoric. King Leoric was the king that went mad, that became the Skeleton King because Lazarus, his archbishop, was whispering things to him and doing some bad voodoo, and actually suggested that Leoric make his kingdom, make his throne in Tristram, but it was because Lazarus was under the influence of the prime evils, and he knew Diablo was buried here, and he knew that what the plan was to try to possess a strong human so the brothers could escape. So that's why Tristram was getting ransacked by demons, because the king went mad, and that's what you see kind of a flashback here with some of the ghosts of Loch Donnan, who was the first lieutenant to the king, having to kill his own king that he loved, you know, as a leader, because he was corrupted. And it was Prince Albrecht, who was the young boy that Diablo possessed. That's the body that you saw at the end of Diablo 1. That was Aiden's little brother, and Aiden was the warrior that was aided by the rogue and the sorcerer that defeated Diablo. And if you could imagine all of the incredible, terrifying horrors that they went through. Well, the rogue, she became the Bloodraven. She got corrupted, and the sorcerer became that caretaker guy in that maze of a place. The name escapes me right now. He became the summoner. So that event just twisted him, and with him, he became the Dark Wanderer. And psychologically, if you could imagine defeating such an evil thing after going through hordes and hordes of demons for multiple levels and finding out that you killed your brother. Which, I mean, in reality, it wasn't Aiden's fault. His brother was possessed in that body, but seeing your young brother there lying dead could be quite a psychological scar. And Aiden plunged the crystal, the soul stone, into his head and became the Dark Wanderer. But during that time, he was comforted by Adria the Witch. And comforted, I mean behind closed doors. They had sex. So it's possible that Leia is the daughter of the Dark Wanderer and Adria. So.
Well, damn.
Yep. And that's what people have.
I feel like this story gets more and more like Days of Our Lives-y.
So it's drama, man.
At first they were like, all right, winning formula here. Got some heroes, going underground, killing the devil. Let's go. And then they're like, oh shit, they want a sequel. All right, we gotta make a backstory. All right, they all went crazy.
Try Haunt out here. See how it is.
Now, most of the customization comes in the different like passive effects you can add to your skills. Right?
True. That's very true. And you unlock your... Whoa, get out of there. You unlock your first passive at 10, the next one at 20, the next one at 30.
Boomer.
It changes around because I got used to it.
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
Oh yeah, I have both of them.
We gotta play sometime.
Gotta install it. I haunted him, which a spirit damages an enemy moving on if the host dies. Well, that's kind of cool.
So it's like a dot that spreads if the target dies. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are always awesome.
Kind of slow though. Yeah, a lot of freezing abilities on those enemies. Simple dagger of winter. Winter is coming, just not for Virginia.
No. But oh my god, Game of Thrones is coming.
Yeah, when, April?
Too far away, whenever. Like, I don't know. I think April.
That and Walking Dead.
I like Walking Dead, don't get me wrong. But I'm so much more excited for Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Game of Thrones is a lot deeper. You have so many more characters in it with different agendas. Walking Dead, it's these people that have to face a giant obstacle, and that obstacle is zombies.
That obstacle is zombies, yeah.
That's very true. You know, Jersey Shore, that obstacle is not getting STDs on the weekend. So, not the biggest fan of that show. It's like watching a train wreck. But there's Lock Donnan right there, down in the corner, on his little scroll, talking about, he drove my blade through his dark and tainted heart. Oh, we got Scottish accent. Everybody's got accents in this game.
Hey, so if you're curious, we just killed Garsh on our 16-man. That's what you're missing out right now.
Ah, congratulations.
Yeah.
How much different is the 16-man?
It's just a lot harder. It's not bad. It's just everything's scaled up a little bit.
Okay.
The trash is actually a little bit difficult.
Are you doing it on normal or hard?
Normal. We have like half pugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I want to bring up regarding the lore.
If there's any French people here in chat.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Tom. I don't think so. I want to bring up one thing here that I found really poignant that Deckard Cain brought up, is that perhaps the reason why these adventures were able to defeat Diablo in Diablo 1 and in Diablo 2 is that these brothers, they have to possess someone here on the mortal plane. And perhaps Albrecht's spirit and even Aiden's spirit was fighting against Diablo. And so in that clutch moment when these adventurers needed to defeat him, his spirit was fighting the hardest against him. And he says that to Leia, like perhaps there's some comfort in that Aiden was still fighting against Diablo to the end. Which isn't...
There's still some good in him.
Yeah. He's more machine now than man. Twisted and evil, but... So there's some hope. There's got to be some hope in this game, because gosh darn, these people are just getting destroyed.
See, I would think the hope would be the giant testicles that all the adventurers must have to go fight all these things.
Yes, the great white hope, some may say. I don't know. There's more locked down in the scrolls there. I think that was...
Story?
Yes, yes. And this happened over 20 years ago. But this is the first time that we're seeing any sort of characterization in-game of Lock Donnan. He was only in the game manual of Diablo 1. I don't think he was even talked about in Diablo 1 in the game itself. I was too scared of the frickin' Butcher. But what is great, too, is that voice actor that we all know and love from Metal Gear Solid, and he played the Judicator in StarCraft. And yeah, he played the Colonel in Metal Gear Solid, and he was also the guy that read all the tomes in Diablo 1 and 2. He is in Diablo 3.
I was hoping you were going to say, God, what's his name? People are going to kill me for not knowing this. Is it Otacon or whatever? The guy's like, Snake! Snake! Every time you die.
Gosh, I don't know, man. I stopped playing
That's
that.
what they need.
Stopped playing that franchise after Metal Gear Solid 2. I took that game back. I took that game back. Got Grand Theft Auto 3 instead. So this knife, the bread and butter weapon for a witch doctor, it seems.
I think anything you do would be bread and butter against these things.
Yeah. I like the grasp of the dead the most right now.
When you get, there's the zombie walls? When do you get those? That's what I want to see.
Let's find out. Hold on, let me destroy all these worms. Tumba says Sith are OP in Diablo 3.
I mean, that's basically true.
Yeah. Sith are
I'm pretty sure
passionate,
people-
out for themselves. Sounds like every adventure in Diablo 3. They don't have to follow some strict code of selflessness that doesn't make any sense, or they're apathetic to what's going on around them, and they vie for peace while they sit in a place and meditate for hours on end. Yeah. Yeah, sounds like no adventures in this game.
You're reading entirely too much into it. Sith shoot lightning, ergo. They are OP.
Alright, grass dead. Boom, baby. Look at that. Taking damage, getting snared. That's cool. So let's look at the skill list here for the Witch Doctor. We have Plague of Toads, Zombie Charger. A reckless zombie charges forth, damaging enemies in its way. At level 5. We're doing that. We've got to unlock that. Corpse Spiders, toss a jar full of spiders at a location.
Just throw a jar of spiders.
Fire Bats, call forth a swarm of fiery bats.
That would be like the anti-Reddit skill, is throwing spiders and stuff.
Yep. Firebomb, lob a skull that explodes on impact. Locust Swarm, okay.
Lame.
Acid Cloud, acid rains down on an area. Wall of Zombies, level 27. Ah. A line of zombie attack nearby enemies.
That's amazing.
We have Horrify, Spirit Walk, Soul Harvest, Spirit Barrage, Mass Confusion, Hex. An enemy turns into a chicken. That's Hex.
Huh.
Sacrifice. Oh, level 16 causes all zombie dogs to explode. Gargantuan. Summons our gargantuan zombie to fight alongside you. Big Bad Voodoo. A fetish performs a ritual dance increasing the speed of all allies in the area. And Fetish Army. Summon an army of dagger-wielding fetishes. That's cool. All right, we gotta hit level 5. We gotta unlock the reckless zombie.
For sure. So hurry up, man. Let's take
I'm going.
Get to this.
And the counter to reckless zombie is the shotgun.
Is Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah. Man, I know Bruce Campbell's getting up there, but they need to make an Ash versus Freddy versus Jason. I'm not a big horror fan, not a big horror buff, but I would go see that movie in theaters. They made a comic book though.
Sure they did that as a comic, right?
They did. They did indeed. Holy crap! Look at my voodoo mask. Ugly SOB.
I don't know. I think they need to just make anything with both Nathan Fillion and Bruce Campbell in it.
Oh,
That
dude.
must just be the greatest thing.
That would be amazing. Okay, so I got some magic mojo here. 2 to 3 damage, increase mana by 4 seconds. That's a win. Got a belt. Oh, with magic fine? Yes, please. Cool. Some good items. Good evening, Rusty. Welcome to the chat. I bequeath you to ask any questions you have of such a game called Diablo 3. I know it's only beta mode, and I'm only level 4. We'll get to level 5 very swiftly. There's an accent. All right. David, you had biological tests and labs you had to take. I had to speak in different accents for my tests.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's basically the same thing, right?
Yeah. Guess what? Time for a zombie charger. Go through the cooldown here real quick. Oh, dude, next week, shifting gears. StarCraft 2 all the way. We're getting the whole gang back together. Big panel. We're going to talk about the first MLG weekend with the online qualifier.
About time.
Yep, it's about time. It's about time.
Massacre.
We got to get Dylan back too, man.
Did that little massacre thing that popped up? That's like you killing 11 monsters in a row or something like that.
Yep, you get a bit of a experience bonus. It's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, is if there's any actual benefits to it.
Hold on, zombie charger. Just straight up charges him.
That's fantastic.
He just and then he melts away.
That is an ability that is built for me.
Yep, and you know what's even cooler is you can have a rune to where you could probably double them, or they could explode on impact, or something. So you have customization that way too with the runes. The rune system customizes your different skills as well. Which they don't have implemented in beta. The official date of the release of Diablo 3 is hopefully Q1 of 2012, which ends in April. There's no BlizzCon though, so hopefully that means they'll release it when they say they plan on releasing. Now here's the Skeleton King. He is a mad mofo right now because, as you can see, there's a giant hole next to where his crypt is, where that comet landed. Let's go save this old guy by throwing zombies in his general direction. This is a game, though, that I am more than willing and able, well, time-wise, of course, if that was possible, to play every single class and to go through the game with every single class.
Yeah, I just hope there's enough differentiation between characters to make that interesting. Because it would be a shame if it was like, you know, you've played a witch doctor and then that's it. There's no reason to play another one. There's no reason to like try something new because it's all the same.
Yeah.
And is my only concern.
Let's go to New Tristram. Talk to Leah. Uncle, you're alive! Yes, because of my bravery and ability to summon zombies that run towards demons. This old man is alive. So, where's the blacksmith? Well, oh, look, he's not there yet, but I can train stuff. Okay, so I'm going to salvage what I can here. Whoops. Salvage. Can't salvage everything. And here, as you can see, so what you can't salvage, you need to go sell. Not a big deal. Boom, 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 boom. As a reminder, guys, if you have any questions regarding Diablo 3 beta, or want me to highlight something from a specific character, or even to see how a certain mechanic works, let me know. That's what this episode is all about. Even though most of us have pretty much seen all there is to the beta, I figured why not celebrate the debunk release date of February 1st. Hey, Captain Renford is following me. Woo! I have this dance, Captain Renford. Skeleton King has driven people mad.
So how open is the world, would you say?
It's...
I noticed, looking at your mini-map, it seems pretty linear.
Yep, it's pretty linear here in the beta. This next area is a little bit more open. Oh, well, not immediately right now, because I gotta go kill this guy's wife. Who's infected.
I love a domestic dispute.
Yeah, so does OJ.
Is that the story? He's turning into a zombie.
Yeah, Nicole.
Is he actually a hero?
Nicole and the other guy's name. Ronald Goldman? I don't remember his name. Were zombies. And he had to take them out. Nobody would believe him. He wrote a book called If I Did It. I was 5, and I I was 5 years old and I already understood the injustice of the American justice system.
So Rusty is asking about how good your computer needs to be.
Well, the graphic options in beta are, excuse me, are before you now as I go to them. So let's look at the quality. So you have high shadow quality, graphics, high, low, low FX. I'm not sure. I don't know if they have released the official system specifications, but
Well,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what does it recommend for you? Because I know you've got a pretty good computer.
I do have a pretty good computer, and everything is very everything is pretty streamlined. So I would say have at least a 512. I'd say have at least a 512 gigabyte or megabyte video card. Have at least 2 to 4 gigs of RAM. An Intel i5 are competent. Yeah, keyboard. You know, if you can run StarCraft 2 fairly well, you'll be able to run this game.
There you go. Probably not a good laptop game.
Yeah. No, it could definitely start to boggle down a laptop if you've got 5 people or 4 people spamming all sorts of spells.
What about
the $2,000 Facebook machines you refer to? It's gonna come out for Mac, and I don't know Mac specifications, man. I really don't. I know you have the ones that my roommates use that are good for browsing the internet, and then you have the ones that Pixar uses to make films. That's my spectrum for Macs. So if it falls somewhere in between that, I can probably run this game. Just the zombies going to town here. Level 6. And when you do level, that golden ray of sunlight or whatever that hits you comes down and does damage people around you, which is cool. Oh, I unlocked Hex. I can change things into a chicken. I will do that. Alright, Wiggin, what other class you want to see tonight?
I would like to see... I'd like to see the monk. I was gonna say the is it Demon Hunter? I hear it's kind of boring.
It's a lot of snares and shoot. I didn't mind it too bad. Liked it. But all right, let's do some monk action. I believe the cap is level 99. And 60 and above for the best loot. I think you have to hit 60 before you can do Infernal mode, and all the monsters spawn at level 61 at that time. And then go up, I think. But that's where you get... Excuse me, that's where you get the best armor sets, is in Infernal mode. Okay, let's leave this game. Also, every character you make can also be on the internet. Because you have to be connected to the internet to play this game. So no more single-player characters and then multiplayer characters. All your characters will be multiplayer. Ooh, crazy.
Yeah. It's alright, nobody wants land for Blizzard games anyway.
I'm gonna call this guy Jet. Jet, put on some pants, buddy. This will not cost money per month to play Rusty. That would turn off so many players. They made it to where if you bought a year's worth of WoW subscription, you get Diablo 3 for free. I just punched some zombie and killed him.
Sometimes you just gotta punch zombies, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Novatera saying that the level cap is 60.
Oh, it's 60. Okay.
If
that makes sense for the Infernal mode then.
Yeah. So they always spawn above you.
You know why the monk needs no weapons?
Doesn't he get weapons anyway?
When he spawns, when you create one.
Oh.
It's because he has a beard.
Oh god, it's true. None of those zombies have beards.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd do anymore.
Oh gosh. That's why those zombies were so hard in Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmares, because they had beards. Sometimes. And then I got one of the horses of the apocalypse, and it was death, and so every time I touched a zombie with it, their head would explode.
So I'm a little bit disappointed in you right now, I'm not gonna lie. You made a bearded guy that kicks and punches things, and you didn't name him Chuck.
We already talked about cliches. Alright? I don't want to add to it. Named him Jet. Jet Li. Can't grow a beard.
No, you cannot.
So Jet Li makes characters like these, so he can fists of thunder. Okay, a blinding flash or mantra of evasion. Increase your and your allies' chance to dodge attacks, or blind all enemies for 3 seconds. Blind all enemies for 3 seconds. Why not?
Oh, I should have named him Lee Sin. So many missed naming opportunities. That's why it takes me like 30 minutes to name a character in any game.
Well, I'm going to play a female wizard, and I think I'm going to call her Clutch.
Wow. Really,
I'll see about calling her Lana. Or Cora. Both the names of cars I've had. And women I've been in love with. More wretched mothers being killed.
Alright, I'm going to have to pay a little bit of attention
to your raid.
Yeah, just a tad.
Just a
Because
tad.
I'm supposed to be doing the pylons.
Oh gosh. Well, this blinding is cool. Comes in handy. I'm surrounded. Lowers the enemy's DPS because they can't see me. But I hit a zombie so hard his bottom half disappeared and his top half was crawling towards me. So I beat the top half senseless. That's a Twitter quote.
Beat the top half sentences.
I shared my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful listeners, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious squirrel thieves. I was able to beat them up with a shoe. Unless old man would have fared far worse.
Let me change something here real quick.
Rust, you wanted to know if you can do raids? I think I can answer that one. There isn't really like a grouping or rating system the way you think of it. You group up, but the game gets harder the more people you add. So it's just, you're still doing the same stuff you would do normally, it's just more difficult so you have people with you. So like every time, like say someone joins, like, all the monsters get that much harder. So they're kind of forced to stay together. So it's not really raiding. And I don't know, do you know how many people you can have in one room, max, Josh?
4. Right now, 4.
No, it's only 4. I'm sure it'll be more in the regular game.
I want to unlock the kick for the monk. And we're going to have to get used to closing the show by 11:30 because State of the Game is going to be on Tuesday nights the next couple weeks.
Gotta love State of the Game.
In Control finally proposing.
Yeah. It's State of the Game turning into quite the family show.
Indeed. You can hear the Christmas of the sound in this game. It definitely should win a lot of awards for the sound editing. Had the volume turned down for the game so we can make sure to hear Wiggin and myself talk, but right now it's clobbering time. So you gonna try to go to Barcraft Richmond for their event for the MLG arena?
I would love to, yeah.
Okay. I have a show that weekend, so I have a matinee Sunday at 2, which will get out around 4, and I could drive to Richmond and get there at 6. And if it... Oh, hold on, I got Lashing Tail Kick. So we'll see what we can do there, but that'd be really cool. Definitely love to go to Barcraft because we're always working the events.
I know. I've been wanting to go to one. Basically since they started.
Yeah.
But I can't really complain about being there in person. That's kind of nice. Not gonna lie.
Rusty, to answer your question, he proposed to his longtime girlfriend Anna at Disney World, Disneyland.
The ruins of old Tristram. The shadow of Diablo still hangs over this place.
Oh, look at that spinning kick. Let's watch that again. Kick in the face! God, kicked that zombie in half and then punched his face.
Oh, you got the nice zoom in cinematic angle. This is actually just really entertaining to watch. Oh, you just like uppercut that zombie in the balls, man. That's pretty rough.
My strength returns.
Alright, watching Among Us part
I need spirit.
entertaining, I'm not gonna lie.
Those are just 2 moves unlocked. Imagine what I could do with 3. I can use a sword? A monk with a sword? Uh-oh. I can use 2 swords?
I know they can use the pikes and stuff. Like, I saw a bunch of the late game sets or whatever they showed pictures of would be them with like the giant pikes and halberds.
I've seen them with stabs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sword with monk with swords is kind of. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Kind of like a regular monk.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost too much to handle, so I'm gonna go with the fist weapons.
Looks like you're just kind of punching them anyway, even though you have swords in your hand.
Yeah. Let me do this. So if I do that, looks like I'm just punching him anyways. Oh no. Come on. There we go. And you can have boots made for you that increase your running speed, which is great.
Some fan of dancers.
Mm-hmm. I went and saw a show at the Virginia Stage Company, the show that is on before the show I'm in premieres, Death of a Salesman. It's called Black Pearl Sings. It was a pretty good show, so I had to see that for school. Plus some of the cast members for Death of a Salesman who I read with today. We did our first read-through, which was incredible, man. These guys are professional New York actors, and it was really cool. And then I had to rehearse a quick scene where I make out with my roommate's girlfriend. So,
Not at all awkward.
the acting world has its many advantages.
That is not
Sure,
for
that's
me.
what your roommate is thinking.
Yeah. No, it's all professional. I can't salvage any of those items. Can't sell because nobody's out here wanting to sell to me. Crap.
And it is written, a fire will carve a
Sure, I'll get a
furrow
blessing.
like the grace of the ancients.
Yay! And nothing happens. It seemed to me these demons are more vicious than ones I have previously encountered. They found crack cocaine.
I was raised by Uncle Decker.
What happened to your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
Oh snap! Pretty much just said Aiden was her father.
Look, a hidden cellar. Follow me.
Your mother's secrets are here.
People said she was a witch.
How do you know where my mom's secrets are, huh? Not the most dramatic of camera angles. That cameraman would have been fired.
Here's the key, and my mother's
I
jewel.
will
Thank
find
you.
Aiden came to me last
I would
night.
fight.
Cameraman.
I suspected what was lurking
Yes.
within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's
Hold on,
headed,
watch this.
hell will surely
Pro
follow in his
cameraman?
wake. The shadows closing
NASL
on Tristram
cameraman.
once again.
Oh.
But like Aiden, I'll be gone
Uh,
before they fall.
You hear they're going to live games now? Well, not now, but soonish.
Let's try it again. Pro cameraman, NASL cameraman. I did not hear that, but I did hear about the debacle with the replay that was not saved. So
Yeah, that's... Just can't do that, man. That's... doesn't fly. It's not okay.
it's like the 13th game in a college season being played, and nobody televised it.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for them to be doing live games.
I think it'll help them out.
Yeah,
If-
to be perfectly honest, like knowing that a game might have been played 5 weeks ago, it just completely kills it for me.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's like watch the 2008 Olympics now.
Be at peace.
It would be kind of exciting because Beijing put on one hell of a show, but you're not going to really care who wins.
That build people did a month ago. Okay.
God, so I knocked that zombie back down into the hole where he came from. And I said, be at peace. Boom! I knocked the skin off that guy.
The skin.
And I uppercutted that zombie. Gosh, I am gonna have no life when this game comes out.
Star fell here.
Man, I need to play more StarCraft because my multitask is just so bad right now.
Oh, I hear you. I need to play more too. I'm just trying to get Battle Master in Star Wars right now, and it's taking forever.
It does take a while. I'm getting kind of close though.
School early tomorrow. Ugh. Alright, let's go in this cathedral. Cathedral level 1. Welcome to hell. Or as we call it,
Star fell here.
Jersey Shore.
Why do they make cathedrals in Diablo? Because they're always just places where bad shit happens. It's not. It's never somewhere like it's no sanctuary for anybody or anything like that.
I don't know, but I just unlocked Deadly Reach, and I'm gonna totally check out what they can do.
Help me!
Oh man.
It's inside me. Inside.
So the pylon in
I must wait to use that ability.
16 man does not
Some
walk around.
foul new disease has taken hold in this land, and the carrion bats are near the heart of it. Since returning to Tristram, I have seen their numbers surge. The evil forces that linger here give them
So here's a kind of combo system right now with Deadly Reach. But I'm sure you're busy.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Being like the worst help.
It's okay. Nah! Kill them all!
I didn't know I'd be doing this. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Well, hey, now I can watch what you do.
Great. So zoom in here and try to find something to kill.
I wonder what this game will be like when they kind of ramp the difficulty. Or if they will. Oh.
Meaning me getting trapped by those worms and throwing my keyboard out the window is probably the first thing that's going to happen. Come here, little dude. Gotcha. It's not that hard to chase him down.
I have been healed.
I have been healed. Just want everybody to know that. Ooh, baby, baby.
Some devious little goblins have been robbing our merchants. When pursued, they simply open portals and disappear with the most aggravating chuckle. The peasantry seem to believe that the goblins...
Yes, I want to skip this event.
Is that just like a way to skip the cinematic part of it?
Press escape.
Hey,
No,
I
I'm saying,
will
is
save
that
you.
what it does?
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that was beautiful. That skeleton went flying. You could say there was no bones about it.
I just got a headache.
Mission accomplished. Yeah, it took a little bit to kill him. Yeah.
Head cleaner.
Hey, reach a checkpoint.
Thank you.
Where's Rakadishu? I miss Rakadishu.
Oh, do they say that?
Fear the worst.
I don't think I found any of those guys to say that yet.
Of this secret passage through old maps I found.
Through old maps I
We
found.
must discuss the fallen star. Follow me.
Leia doesn't really buy into Deckard Cain's philosophies completely. And also, Cain obviously is not her real blood uncle. He took care of Leia after Adria left, knowing that she was probably going to die. So, I wonder how she did die. If she's dead. Not sure. But there's one thing I wanted to show off to you guys before I signed off for this evening. Thank you so much for joining me on this Diablo 3 Q&A. I think Wiggin's still here.
I'm totally still.
Yeah, okay, cool. But honestly, we have reached a point now that there's really not much more to show of the beta. We talked about and highlighted the changes in beta patch 10, but if you hadn't been playing the other patches, then you wouldn't have noticed much of a difference. But if you have been following the game, you would have noticed that they have made some instrumental changes to streamline a lot of outlying areas of the game that felt either too redundant or added swiftness to doing what you needed to do in town and then getting out there and killing demons as fast as possible. This is what I wanted to show off, and there's a little bit of a story to it. When I went to BlizzCon last year in 2011, I bought 2 posters, 2 collector edition posters that you could only buy at BlizzCon. One was StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty with Sarah Kerrigan, and the other one was Diablo 3 with Diablo on the poster. And I shipped them to myself so I wouldn't have to have the hassle of carrying it with me on the airplane, and they never arrived. UPS lost my collector edition BlizzCon posters. I set up a claim ticket with them. They called me, told me to talk to the UPS store I shipped it from at the Hilton Hotel in Anaheim, California. And I spoke to them and said, guys, I can't get these posters. Blizzard is not going to publish them again. They're not going to make them again. And I talked to Blizzard and said, hey, you guys gonna print these anymore? They said, no, we're not. We're not going to print them. So the only option that I could find to physically replace one of those posters, was to buy them from eBay. And the only poster I could find was one of them. I could not find the StarCraft 2 poster anywhere. I can't even find an image of the poster anywhere. But what I could find was a Diablo 3 poster, the same one. However, it had been signed by the developers of Diablo 3, and the guy had a very high asking price for what I bought the poster for. And I sent my original receipt of the poster to the UPS store's email, and I sent the link on eBay to the poster, and they sent me a check for about, what was it, 2/3 or maybe a half of what the poster was. The poster, I think, was selling between $150 and $200. And they sent me a check for a little over $100. And I said, you know what? I'm going to buy that poster. And you can see it right down there. And I'm going to grab it for everybody and show you.
Pretty sick.
So you can see the signatures at the bottom of that poster. Very excited to have it. Put it in a frame. I need to get it hung up. And I want to make a comment on that Diablo picture. And a lot of people have been talking about this on the forums. This is a warning. Spoilers. Mute now. That Diablo right there, it's got some female hips. Okay? Look! Just look!
Clutch is going crazy.
Look at those hips! Those are female hips.
I'll have to wait for the stream to catch up here.
So I'm breaking my headset because of the flabbergastery of going on. That's going on. Flabbergastery. Making up words like Shakespeare on the spot here, shifting gears. That looks like a female-embodied Diablo. Is it possible that Diablo possesses a female? I think it's very, very possible. And could it be Leia? I don't know. I don't know. We will find out when that game is released in 2015. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode of Shifting Gears, the Diablo 3 live Q&A. Hopefully this game will be released soon. We'll hear something from Blizzard. It's so close. It feels like it's so close, yet so far away. But hopefully, Q1 of 2012, we'll see the arrival of such a title from Blizzard. Very excited. Wiggin, thank you so much for joining me. A little bit last minute to throw some questions out there about the game. Anything you'd like to add?
I can't think of anything. Thanks for having me again, man.
All right. Well, next week, we're straight on StarCraft 2, man. We're getting the gang back together, and we're going to talk about the first event, the online qualifiers for MLG. It's going to be very exciting, and looking forward to some great games that are going to happen, and this new format hopefully will work out for the best for Major League Gaming. So from everyone here at Shifting Gears, good night, and we'll see you next week. Take care.